Here we are rounding out the day with How Can I Love the Heartbreak? You're the One I Love. Now, honestly, when I was looking at all the recommendations, this was the song I was actually most excited for. Just the title alone to me was one of those ones that I'm just like, I really need to hear this song. So now it's here, and now I want to see it. So let's listen to it. I'm super excited. I have a feeling this is going to be a banger.
발자국 물러나 내가 없이 혼자 걷는 널 바라본다. 옆자리 여전한 너의 풍경 흑백거리 가운데 넌 뒤돌아본다. 알게 되었어. 난 널 떠날 수 없는 걸. 우리 사이에 그 어떤 힘든 일도 이별보단 버틸 수 있는 것들이었죠. 사랑하겠어. 널 사랑하는 거지. 사랑이라는 이유로 서로를 포기하고 찢어질 것 같지. 할 수 없어 난.
I love that.
두세 번 더 길을 돌아갈까. 정막 짙은 도로 위에 걸음을 보갠다. 아무 말 없는 대화 나누며 주마등이 길을 비춘 먼 곳을 본다. 그때 알게 되었어. 난 더 갈 수 없단 걸. 한 발 한 발 이별에 가까워질수록 너와 맞잡은 손이 사라지는 것 같죠. 사랑하겠어. 널 사랑하는 거지. 사랑이라는 이유로 서로를 포기하고 찢어질 것 같지. 아파할 수 없어 난. 깊은 사랑이 난 마를 때까지 기다리는 게 이별일 텐데. 내가 어떻게 너를 이후에 우리 바다처럼 깊은 사랑이 다 마를 때까지 기다리는 게 이별일 텐데.
one of the things that I really like about their songwriting too is it's very visual. It's very visual. And I love that. I think the interesting thing, really quick before I talk about the music, I think that there's a lot of symbology with the boat. And I think that the whole idea of when you're in a relationship, it's like being out to sea. And in a lot of ways, you don't know where to go. And that's kind of sometimes what's scariest, but it's kind of what is necessary. One of the things that I love is that there's the lyric where it says, every step that I take brings us closer to breaking up. And I think about how sometimes I think when we're in a relationship, we don't want it to end, even when we know it's best for us. And I think that sometimes knowing that that's the case is also really hard. And I think obviously as we go through those stages of mourning, part of it is denial. And the feeling that it presents in the terms of being in the ocean like it is, I find it really interesting. I think the idea of how can I love the heartbreak, I've never thought about that aspect before. Just the other day I was just talking about this on here, where we think about these really complex situations that we get into ourselves when we have a partner and we're in a relationship, and the first thought that we think is like, we broke up, so the whole thing was terrible, and the whole thing was a waste, and they were always a terrible person, and they usually the feeling of being used usually kind of ends up coming up pretty naturally. Whereas this is kind of taking it from a different stance of just like, I didn't want it to end, I don't want it to end, can we not have this end? And I think sometimes we go through that as well. And honestly, I think that that's a really tricky thing. Sometimes you have to understand when it's healthy. There's been plenty of times where I wish that it would continue with a couple of people that I know specifically, that I remember that I wish that things would have continued onward. But alas, it did not. And this song really hits close to home. I really like it. Man, Akmu is bringing the absolute heat. It is insanity at how good they are. Wow. That's tough, but it's good. I think this sounds weird. I think one of my goals is not to be just like Mr. Positive. I think what I prefer is just to be real and understand that, as we go through life, we have these hard situations. And I think a lot of times people are shy away from talking about when things are hard. And I'll tell you, I really think sometimes it's good to be able to get it off your chest and be able to discuss it. And honestly, it sounds like this that kind of give people the courage to do so. So yeah, I see this as a very important song. I do. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this. This is an incredible song. Yeah, they're bringing absolute heat this week. My goodness. Anyway, thank you all so much. We'll see you for the next video. Goodbye.